What's up guys, Fred here from Beep, and in this video we'll review another pair of websites, and we'll start with OpenVC.app. It's actually a pretty cool website. I've used it myself to try to find investors for Beep, and let's see what we have here. So raise funds for a startup from 5,000 plus investors. So it's a platform where you can find investors for a startup, and so the first thing that I see, it actually looks very clean and nice. A large title, you can easily understand what is happening here, but I don't like that there's no like start button here. I mean, I get it, there's a start button here already, but you could also have like another start button here. So for example, what I would do is I would make this button secondary and instead of the primary button here. So basically I would add a primary start button here, okay, and then I would actually make this button secondary. So let's continue. Another thing that I really like here is that this is actually, it's not a screenshot. This is a live demo of the product. So you can actually search, you can actually click on the investors, and you can see their profile on the landing page itself. Most landing pages don't do this. They don't offer you the demo of the actual product, but here they did, and I think it's very good. The words gateway for startup. So this is where we have seen them. Raise funds like it's 2034. Okay, so this is all fine. You get replies. Also, I mean, the thing is that the only thing that I would say is that this could look a bit confusing. Is like there are lines, here are lines, there are more lines. So maybe a different, image would be better, different illustrations for each one of them, because these illustrations, they look too similar. So founders and investors love OpenVC. Okay, this is pretty good. It's actually directly from Twitter, which shows that these are like real feedback, not some like images. Okay, so here what do we have? Oh wait, I have to reload the app, sorry, because I was doing some edits on the page. Okay, so what do we see here? 99% of OpenVC features are available to all founders for free forever. What I don't like here is that this is left aligned. I feel like it would be better if it was center aligned instead, because everything else here is like aligned to the center. So if I try to change the alignment of this, so what I will do is, let's say text. Okay, so it's left. If I do it center, okay, so now you see the difference. Now this is centered and it's already much better. So let's center this text. And I think it will look much better if it's centered. Then we see here like it shows the futures and so on, and then we have an image. But here what I don't like is that this illustration here, it doesn't really add much to the page. It's a rocket illustration, okay, but it would be much better if each of this text had some kind of icon that complements the text, like unlimited investor search, maybe like a small investor illustration or something like that. And also they would be in boxes, like they would be separated. And it's a bit difficult to explain what I mean by boxes, but let's see if I can find any boxes on some other website. Yeah, you see like the box here basically with gray border. That's what I mean by box. It would be much better. Do you see how for example, how this looks nice, like each of them has a different illustration. I'm not saying exactly like this because this is a different website, but in general, that's the general idea. And then I would also remove this. So basically, I would remove this. It doesn't add much, and is also actually weirdly placed, I would say, honestly. So yeah. Then another thing is that I would make this point stand out more by changing the check mark to individual icons that match the text. Yep. Okay, so by the way, when I'm adding these comments, if I click show, I can also see all the comments on the live page. So which is also pretty cool. I will hide for now just so that I can see the website clearly. Raise 5 times faster with premium. Okay, so here another thing that I see is that sign up and upgrade. First of all, this hover effect is not good because the button color doesn't change. It's also not consistent with what we have on this page. So for example, start you see is different, and here this hover effect is different. So it should be the same type of hover effect if this is the main CTA button. So the hover effect here should be as in other buttons. Okay, and so I already made like 6 comments. Yeah, I will share them after this with the founder. So 5x more outreach, 10 investor filters, enhance emails, This is all nice. I think this is fine. Also, what I would do is, the background here is white everywhere. I think everywhere. Yeah, and the thing is that I would separate pricing from the rest from the other sections. At least I would change the background of the pricing, maybe make it some like a bit like grayish, or maybe light pink, like to match this color, or maybe light red, something different, because it's too much white. And what I mean by that is that everything is kind of together. There's no separation of sections, and sections need to be separated, especially pricing section needs to always stand out. And if I would find an example here, for example, you see this is all white, the background here is white, and then here, this is like light gray. And that's important to visually separate stuff. So, and then here, for example, this looks fine, but it's a bit too empty. And if I would, I was just looking at some, you see, for example, here, kind of the same layout, text button, but then they have some additional like UI elements on the edges, and the same I would add here. So I would just add like the background looks too empty. I would add some elements. Oh my god, elements around the. What is it with my typing? Around the edges. Yeah. Okay. So maybe even they could add like this. What is it? This investor profiles, like the pictures of VC companies. Okay. Other than that, I think it's cool. In general, very nice landing. Just a few things, if you would change, it would be even better. Okay, so let's continue. Next, we have AI Personal Coach. Okay, so the first impression is that it's not very clear what this website does. Although I like this image, I think it's pretty cute. But I don't really understand your personal AI coach. But coach of what? Because there are so many coaches, like coach with what? And then we have here this long text, which 90% of visitors don't read, trust me. So the start is not very good, I would say, in terms of the way it's presented. So, you know, like title can be more clear, like coach for what? Energy, how do you write energy? Energy, emotions, motivation. So, yeah. So from what I read here, it looks like a virtual coach that learns and grows with you, offering motivation, support, and expert advice, blah, blah, blah. So again, this can be said in a much shorter way. Too much text. Most people don't like reading so much text. And for example, if we compare with some other, because I also looked at some other apps that are also trying to help you like get better, blah, blah, blah. You see, for example, it's not the same, but on number one most downloaded app, book summary app, and then just a button and some short text, and then on the right we have some examples of the app. So this is what I would expect basically. Where is it? Here. So too much text here. Let's make the description shorter. By the way, just to show you, once I made all the comments on the previous page, you know, this is what the people would see to whom I would send this link, and they would see all the comments, everything that they need to change basically. And that's basically our software. That's what we do, is that you can talk to people, you can basically share your feedback, and then people can reply and so on. So it's making sharing visual feedback much easier. Let's continue. So I added these 2 comments. Yes, I did. Next. Okay, so then we have here 2 buttons, and it's actually nice. The animation is nice here, they get a bit larger, but I would also personally make the background a bit darker. So for example, you can keep the same gradient, but just make each color a bit darker when there's hover effect. So I would make buttons a bit darker on the hover effect. So the same applies to learn more. We have here how it works on login, and let's see, this is a different page, kind of a different page, how it works home. Okay, so the thing is that how important is it to log in this app? Is it like a mobile app or desktop app? What is it? I mean, it looks like it's a mobile app, Why do you have a login? Maybe there's desktop version. Anyway, if login is important, then it needs to be larger because it's difficult. It's easy to miss this login button. Like, so if login here is important, then it is very hard to find. It is very small and easy to miss. That's what I would say here. Okay, let's continue. Personalized guidance, uniquely yours. Okay, so I get this. Okay, stay motivated with accountability buddies, create new habits, lose weight, stay fit, healthy, improvement. So this section, in general, the whole site is not bad. It's actually nice, I would say. It looks cute, small, and but it doesn't motivate you to actually use their app. In order to motivate to use their app, it needs to be more visually interesting. As an example, you see how it has here like create new habits, stay motivated, don't lose weight, stay fit, healthy. I found this how they could show it like this: your daily boost of motivation, self-confidence, decision fatigue, joyful life, success, wealth, blah blah. You see how interesting this looks, how colorful, bright, and when I click things changes and so on. So this is how they could do it, so what is this headaway? Make headaway.home. So I would just be like, this section is good, but it can be much better if made like on headaway. It needs more colors and visuals. Okay, get started for free. Okay, ready to transform. So here, like this section, this is a separate section. You can see that it's a bit grayish. It doesn't stand out because this is what background here is white and this is just a bit grayish, and when you scroll it doesn't really stand out. But sections like this, where you actually want to push people to start using your app, they need to stand out. So I would make the background here much darker, maybe even just do it like with this type of gradients, or maybe make it black, but make it stand out. Let's see if I can find an example here. You see how they have like white and then it's now darker color. Let's see, you see this is like violet color. So you see they want you to notice this. That's why it's like get started. So here also there is a problem, like the button on hover is too similar to the background, not very good. But in general, all here you see they want you to notice this, so it's different from the rest. So this is what you need to do. The background here needs to change in order for this section to stand out. You want people to notice this. Okay. Yeah, this is also nice, created by Lumis from, makes you trust this more, I guess. Nice. So again, very cute design, but if you want people to use your app and actually download it and so on, you need to be more visually interesting, I would say. So yes, what is next one? Maximize. So this is MagicSales.ai. Maximize your outreach by LinkedIn by AI personalized messaging. Okay, so I'm kind of someone who would actually use this as well, because I have done some LinkedIn sales automation marketing and blah blah blah. And so that's why I think my comments here are even more valid. Also, plus in addition to that, all of my UXI experience. So the first thing, the big mistake, too much text. Okay, so there is too much text here. Make it shorter. People won't read this. Sorry if it's a bit harsh, but it's true. 99% of people won't read this. They'll just read this and then keep scrolling. You need a button here, sign up. Okay, you need a button here. So we'll try for free. Yeah, this button, it needs to be here. Because here, like, you don't even need this kind of, because you can just say this title. It's already self-explanatory. Maximize your outreach on LinkedIn by AI personalized messaging. People who are in marketing, who are your target users, they will understand what this means. You don't need to tell them all of this. So add a CTA button here to your Chrome extension. Okay, next. Okay, so this shows how it works. Potential clients profile page, introduction message of sales page, personalized message that engage. Nice. But what I would do is, I don't know if that's the best way to present it. I mean, it's not a bad way to present it, honestly. But what you could do, you have here like base AI model, no flaw, blah, blah, blah. This is also all just some this feel like filler words. I don't feel like it adds something, at least on this stage. This could be done a bit lower. So what I mean by that is that you could use this and put it here. So like for example, potential client profile page, first one, plus your introductory, sales pitch here, and then equal this basically. So I would just do it like that. Yeah. Okay, how it works. So again, too much text. Here. You already have the video to explain everything. Just keep the titles here. Obviously you can make the titles a bit more explanatory, but you don't need the subtitles. Trust me, people won't read this. Again, it feels like you're kind of afraid that people will not understand what this is. In every section you're trying to explain how this works. I think already here it's like self-explanatory what this does, so you don't need to go that hard on trying to explain people how it works. Instead, you should try to sell it to people. You should try to explain people why they need it. They don't care how it works. Who cares? Only thing that they care is whether it will help them, whether it will bring them results. That's the only thing that they care. Skyrocket your response rate on LinkedIn. Again, so much text. I'm sorry, all of my comments is like so much text here. Make short. All of my comments is like so much text, because it's true. Regarding your LinkedIn response rates. Again, okay, I will not comment that it's too much text again, but you will see the video probably. So testimonials. Okay, so here we go. When I saw this, I was like, it's so obvious to me that this pictures from this person does not exist. So I don't know if you know there's this person, maybe not from this specific website, but basically what I'm trying to say is that these are just AI generated images. Okay, maybe not from this site, but in general, because you can see that these are AI generated images. I think it's obvious. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure that I'm right. And these testimonials don't look real, honestly. So images here look AI generated, and testimonials don't look real. Okay, so just let's compare it to the first website. You see how they have these Twitter testimonials? That's much different, right? So you can actually click and see. I'm not saying you have to do Twitter, but I'm saying this looks more realistic, also because all the images are in different styles. Here, what gives away that this is AI is that all images are in the same style. They're not it's just the same style. Instead, what I did, for example, with my previous products is I would give it for free to my friends, and then I would get their review, and then I would use their pictures and their review here. So that's something you could do as well. Yeah, pricing. Okay, so here's the problem that I see, that none of the pricing plans is standing out. All of them have the same color button. That's not right. One of them needs to stand out. So none of the plans visually stand out. One of them needs to be the main one and stand out. Then all of these buttons here, like the button on the main plan needs to be different from the other buttons. So only one button can be designed like the primary button. And as an example, I'll just show an example. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, for example, Airtable pricing. This is what I opened earlier. You see, try for free. So basically they're trying to push you this pricing plan. It's also blue. You see this color different. So you can clearly see that this is the one that they're trying to sell you. And that's what most websites do. And that's the right way to do it, because you want to make it easier for people to select a plan, especially if you have like 4 options available. You want people to be like, oh, okay, this is what I should choose. Because when you give people too many options, they don't know which one to choose. So you need to push people in the right direction. Test yourself for free. No credit card required. Okay. So what is this? Okay. Footer looks unfinished. Yeah, I mean, I think you understand what I mean by that. Just look at other footers on other websites. Let's what is it? Yeah, you see, looks like a normal footer. This is looks like a normal. So yeah, I mean, you get what I mean, because it's a small thing, but just try to fix it. Okay, I think this is all. Make sure to go to justbeepit.com and try Beep for free. It's the easiest tool to share feedback with your team, and all the feedback that you create, you can see them in the Chrome extension. You can open the dashboard and see all the comments there. So if you're working on your website, if you need to constantly update your site, your designs, fix bugs, and so many things. I'm sorry, my internet is a bit slow. This is a perfect tool for you, because each comment that you create, you see, I can see all of it here. I can control its status. I can assign it to my teammates and so much more. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and watch our other review videos, because it will help you to have a better landing. Bye bye.